Next, logical operators, and, or, not. So when you want to, like check set of conditions at a time. Okay, here I need to know, I need to compare the relation between more than two values. If A is greater than B and B is greater than C. In this case, who is going to be bigger? B is going to be bigger, right? If A is greater than B and B is greater than C, who is going to be bigger? Which one is big? A, B, or C?
Sorry. Yes, sir.
Yeah, right. So
Yeah.
we are verifying multiple conditions at a time, right?
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. In case of AND, if both the conditions are satisfied, then only the whole condition returns true. If A is really greater than B and B is also really greater than C, then it returns true. Otherwise, it returns false. Not only two conditions, you can check multiple conditions at a time. The whole result of this condition is going to be true if and only if all conditions are true. If any one of them gets not satisfied, then the whole condition is going to be false. This is going to be true if and only if all conditions are satisfied. Otherwise, it is going to be false.
Yeah.
Or means at least one of them. Either this or this or this or this or this. You can verify a number of conditions. This is the OR symbol. If any one of them gets satisfied, the whole condition is going to be true. Otherwise, it is going to be false if and only if all are false. All conditions are not satisfied. Okay. Next, this is not. Let's say here A is greater than B. This is true. If I say not
Is not greater than.
not false means true.
Okay.
Okay. So these are logical operators. We will see later when we discuss about statements like if, while, that time we'll be discussing more about this. Conditional operator. Question mark. Here, same thing. If this condition gets true, here you can write two blacks. This can also be replaced with if statement. But conditional statement will minimize your complexity. Whenever you need to verify something, take some decisions using if statement, that can be replaced with your conditional statement. Okay, something like this. Write your condition and write your two blacks. This is true black and this is false black. If the condition gets satisfied, it will return this value, first value. Otherwise, it will return second value. Okay, condition, question mark, and write your action under true black and write your action under false black. If this is true, true black execution will take place. Otherwise, false black execution will take place. That is something about your conditional operator. Next, incremental and decremental operators. Plus, plus, minus, minus. For example, whenever you need to increment any variable with 1 or decrement any variable with 1, something like, for example, A is equal to, I want to increment it with 1. So how do I write it? A is equal to A plus 1, right? So just to minimize the complexity, you can also write it as A plus plus, right? Plus plus A. This is called postal increment and pre-increment. And whenever you need to write A is equal to A minus 1, write it as A minus minus, minus minus A. Okay, this is to reduce the complexity. Okay.
Okay.
Next, assignment operators is equal to. There is a lot of difference between is equal to, is equal to. For example, A is B, A is equal to B. What is the difference between these two? This is comparison.
The value of
A is equal to B or not.
Okay.
It returns true or false. But when I say A
Yeah.
is equal to B, this assignment operator, we are assigning B value to A. Are you getting me? In the similar way, you can write something like, whenever you need to write something like A is equal to A plus 10, you can write something like this, A plus is equal to 10. Are you getting me? This will just reduce the complexity.
Okay.
It means A is equal to A plus 10. A minus is equal to means A is equal to A minus 10. A into is equal to A is equal to A into 10. Okay, so these are the commonly used operators. We also have bitwise operators. We'll discuss them later. Okay. Now you are
Okay.
aware of every part of your programming environment, right? You know what are the different data types are available, like how to manage the memory. You know how to define the scope, security of your data. You know how to define a variable and what are the basic operators that are available in C#. And you know how to scan the data from user, how to write the data, right? Now let's start implementing a simple program in C#. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, simple program. Okay. Now ask user to enter two numbers. Find the sum of those two numbers and print the result on the screen. Okay. As I said, whenever you want to write a comment, you have to use double slash. Okay.
Double slash. Yeah.
Write a program to find sum of two numbers. Write a program to find sum of two numbers. Simple. If you want to find sum of two numbers, first you have to get those two values and put them in the memory location. Then add those two values, print the result. Okay.
Yes.
First, if you want to store two numbers, every location can store only a single value. If I want to store two numbers, I need to create two locations in the memory, right? Okay,
Yeah.
let's say
Yeah.
int first number. Number means int. If I define int,
Yeah.
by default it is going to be
32.
int 30.
In
Very good.
32. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
is equal to 10. Int second number is equal to 20. Now what happens? Immediately it will go to memory, creates your first location with the name, first number, and stores this value into that location. It creates second location with the name, second number, and store this value. Now, if I add these two, you'd be getting result. We should also store result into the memory. I'm going to do
Yeah.
something. A result or sum, right?
Yeah.
Now we don't know. Okay. How do I get my result? I have to add those numbers and store it into result. Result is
Yeah.
equal to first number plus second number. Right to me.
Yes,
I
sir.
remove this. See, these two are highlighted with green colors. Why? What does it mean? It means, hey, you defined these numbers, but you never used it. Right? It is, like giving kind of warning. Hey, you're wasting the memory. If there are any unused variables, those things will get
Yeah.
highlighted like this. Right?
Yeah.
If I keep them as is, if I do not use them, there is no point of wasting the memory, right? I can get them
Yes,
rid
sir.
of. Right? You can, okay. Now if I keep this,
Yeah. We are using.
done.
Yeah.
It means, okay, it is being used somewhere.
Okay.
Utilize the memory efficiently. Okay. So
Okay.
result is equal to first number plus second number. Okay. Now I have test to be done. Now you have to print the result. You have to print the result. As I said, we have two statements, input and output. What is the use of them?
Yeah.
Whenever you want to get some input from the user, you have to use input statement called read or read line.
Yeah.
Whenever you want to print something, you have to use write or
Right.
write.
All right. Fine. Yeah.
Right? If all statements are to be displayed in the same line, use write. If you want each statement has to be displayed in a separate line, use write line. Okay. So ideally we use write line. Okay.
Right.
How do I use it?
Yeah.
System dot console dot write.
Console dot write line
console
of
dot write line.
result.
Right. Now system has already been imported into my programming environment. right?
Yeah, just console dot
Still you
write.
can write, but not required. Okay, you can
Yeah.
write only console dot write, console dot write line, right? Now I can display
Right.
the result. My program is ready. Now what has to be done? You have written your program in English language, right?
Compile it.
Your
Yeah.
processor cannot understand your English language, so it has to be compiled. Okay, so
Okay.
in order to compile it, there are two things. Either press F5, the key F5, or click on this. The
Okay.
grey color start. Okay. If I click on this, it will take care of compiling and executing your program. Okay. Let me check this.
Okay.
Start. It's compiled and executed, but I cannot see my result. Right? It's gone. The window has closed. It has executed this and closed. Right? I'm unable to see
Yeah.
the result. In order to see the result, what should I do? I should hold that window up to some time. Are you with me? So you have to hold it logically. So how do I hold it? Here I will write one more statement, right? Console.read.
Okay.
What it will do? After displaying the result, it will wait for you to give some comment. Once you press something, it will read it and close it. Are you with me?
Okay.
Now
Okay.
see. Now it's waiting for my comment. Are you with me?
Yeah. Okay.
If I type
Okay. Okay,
something,
sir.
it will read and close. 30 got displayed.
Okay.
Okay, but what is meant
Okay.
by 30? You have to
It's
display
the
some user-friendly message. Hey,
okay.
number is 30. Right? Now, if I press any key, it will be closed because the execution of this statement will be completed. So there is nothing to execute. Whenever you click on this, compiler will directly go to main, and whatever is written over there, it will take care of executing only these instructions and close it. That's it. Okay. So now this is my result. Right? So sometimes you have to concatenate your result with some user-friendly message. How do I concatenate it? First, write your user-friendly message. Sum of,
Some more.
sum is, or sum of is. You can write anything. So disclose your user-friendly message with double quotes. Then, in order to concatenate it, you use plus symbol.
Plus some.
If I
Okay.
use plus symbol between numbers, it will add those two numbers. If I use plus symbol between two strings or number and string, it will concatenate them. Okay. Now let's see. Click on this. Sum is 30. Okay.
Okay.
Now, if you want to see a live execution process as a developer, sometimes let's say this program is not working as expected. Now I need to know what is happening at the ground level, at the system level, right? In this case, you may need to debug and trace each and every line of your code that is written over there. How do I do that? This is called debugging process. Debugging. So let's say I know that, yeah, I just declared them. There is no issue. I'm assuming that the issue might be there from here. Wherever you want to stop the execution and see the live execution from there, go there and keep a breakpoint. How do I keep a breakpoint? Toggle breakpoint. Go to that particular line. If you go to your debug menu, you can see toggle breakpoint. Either press F9 or click on this.
Okay.
Okay. And if you double click here also, it will be inserted. Okay. Now what happens? Once the execution, the control comes to this particular line. If I keep it here, what happens? Once the control comes to the particular this line, wherever you inserted the breakpoint, once that control comes to that particular level, execution will be stopped. From here, you can take the control, you can run the execution, you can see the live execution process. Okay.
Okay.
I want to see it from here. Now run this. See, it got stopped. Now just move your mouse here. This line not got executed. Okay, just pin this. Here you can see this is the memory location. What is the value? 0. Right? It did not execute this statement. Once this gets executed, this value will be assigned and the value will be stored into this memory location. Now, what is the second number? Nothing. What is the result? Nothing. All are 0. Your memory location name and value. Okay. Now, how do I run the execution? To take the control to next line, press F11. F11. Okay. Now I'm pressing F11. What happened? The first line of execution completed. So the value has been stored into first number. See, here you can see 10 got stored into first number. Okay. Next, press F11. 20 got stored into second number. What is the result? Still 0. Right?
Yeah.
Now we are going to add these two numbers, store the result into third location. That is result. Till that time, it is 0 only. Now, what is the result? 30. Now, whatever is there in the result, we are just trying to get that value and display. If you want to skip this live execution, okay, and complete it, just click on continue. See, sum is 30. Right? Any questions?
No, but why do we really need this toggle key in real time?
For example, in the real time, you'll be writing thousands of instructions. One of the calculations not working as expected. Right? Now you have to see where exactly it is breaking. Let's say you're trying to solve a mathematical problem. When it comes to the end, the LHS is not getting matched with RHS value. Now what you will do? You will go back and see the line by line code, right?
Yeah.
Here also you have to do the same thing. If something is not getting matched, if something is not coming as expected, go back and see the line by line execution. Okay. So when we start writing the scenarios, then you will get to know about it.
Okay.
Why do we really need the execution process, right? For example, you've written some analytics, man. Okay. Because when it comes to the business, right, you'll be writing a lot of calculations, especially your banking applications, right? One of the user has reported that this time your system has detected more money than expected. Are you me? Let's say finance applications, Google Pay. The money is getting deducted from my account, but it is not getting created to other account. What is the problem?
Okay.
Right? So this kind of problems, then you have to go back to your code, put some test values, then debug the code. Why it is not happening? Are you me? So you may need to debug each and every piece of code that you are written over there.
Okay.
That's why we need debug. You should be really very stronger in the debugging area.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, here we have hard-coded this value. Every time it is going to be 10 and 20 only, right? But this time we should not hard-code it. What we have to do? We have to take the end user.
Yeah.
Are getting me? I'm removing this. Right? I define my first number, second number. Now, what should I do? I should ask user to enter this number. Ask user to enter this number. Where he will enter? In the console window. And read that value, store it into that respective location. Then add them. Okay? Right. So first I should ask a user to enter this number. How do I ask it? Now I should print some message on the screen. Hey, enter your first number. Whenever you want to print something, what has to be used? A right line.
Right line.
Let's ask user to enter the first one. Console.write line.
Right line.
Please
enter the first number.
If you do not tell him, it doesn't know what to do, right? At every step, we need to educate the user, right?
Yeah.
The first number. Yes. This message will be printed on the screen. Once you see this message, immediately will enter the first number. Now what you have to do? As soon as you enter the first number, read it from the console,
Read
store it into
yeah.
your first number. Whenever you
Console
want
dot
to read
read
something
line.
from the console window, which statement has to be used? Input statement. That is
Yeah.
read or read line.
Read line.
Read
Yeah.
reads a single character. He might enter 2 or 23 or 233. If I use
Yeah.
read, it reads only one character. Now which one has to be used?
Read line.
Read line.
Read line.
So console dot read line. What read line will do? It reads the value from the console window and returns that value in the form of a string. It means, for example, if user has entered 123, it reads this value, but it will be written as 123 in the form of a string.
Okay.
Are you getting me? It reads this, it reads any value, but it returns everything like a string, something like this. Now this is going to come in the form of a string. Okay, this is going to return that value. Now what has to be done? This has to be captured into one of your variable. What is that variable? First number. Store this into first number. First number is equal to console.readline. Now what happens? Console.readline reads the value from console window, returns that value. We are going to store that value into first number.
First number.
Is this clear?
Yeah.
But
yes, sir.
here it is showing the error. Which error? Read that. Cannot implicitly convert types into int. See, this is going to be coming like this in the form of a string. This is a number, but coming like a string. What is the type of first number? It is integer.
Integer.
So I cannot accommodate a string into integer, right? But how do I do?
Yeah.
What has to be done? Again, this has to be converted back to respective data type called integer.
Yes.
Are you getting me? So in order to convert this, you should also be aware of conversion functions. Conversion functions. When it comes to conversion function, we have two types of conversion: implicit conversion, explicit conversion. Implicit means whenever you want to convert something, for example, string a is equal to 10, right? It is a number, but it is in the form of a string. If I want to convert it, in brackets, I just need to use this data type, that's it. In brackets, I need to convert it into a, integer. I use integer. If you want to convert it into float, use float. This is called implicit conversion. I mean, something like this. If you want to convert this into this, something like this, like into 16, into 32, into 64. But the problem is, if there is a number, then fine. If this is null or blank, for example, not this, user did not enter anything, it is going to come something like this, null value.
Yeah.
Implicit conversion doesn't handle null values. If there is an equivalent number in the string, then fine, it will convert that into respective number. If it is a null,
Yeah. Hello.
I'm sorry, so it is Sunday,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, sir. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Okay. Now what has to be done? So I can use implicit conversion, but it is not recommended because if it is coming as null, it doesn't handle null values. It throws the exception. So your entire process is going to be broken, right? So that's why what C# is saying, better make use of explicit conversion functions. Explicit. So it handles everything. It handles everything. Though it is null, still it will try to convert it into at least 0.
Okay.
But it doesn't break your process.
Okay.
Okay. So how do we use explicit conversion functions? Simple. Again, we have a DLL called system.dll. It comes with a namespace class, system namespace. It comes with a set of classes like your console, int6, int32. Apart from that, It also comes with another class called convert.
Okay.
Convert. This class comes with set of subprograms, set of functionalities, like 2 into 32, 2 into 64, 2 into 16, 2 single, 2 double. For every data type, there is a dedicated function which will take care of converting one data type to another data type. For example, 2 into 32, it will take care of converting any data type to into 32. 2 into 64, it will take care of converting any data type to into 64. 2 single, it will take care of converting any value to single. Are you to me? Like this, you will see for every data type, there is a dedicated function available, which will take care of converting any value to the respective data type. Okay.
Okay.
Now we have to make use of this. How do I use this? When you talk about 2 into 32, if I want to use this, I have to use this reference. How to do this? System.convert.2 into 32.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, system already imported. So you can use convert
Convert.
2 into 16, convert dot 2 into 32, convert dot string. Okay. So let's go back.
Okay.
Okay. Now this is going to return a string. But what is the target data type? We have to store it into first number. What is the type of first number? Int. Int means
Int.
into 32. So we have to convert this value into 32. How do you use it? We have a class called convert.
Convert.
Here you can see so many functions here. 2 into
2 into 32. Yeah.
Okay. So first number data type is into 32. So we have to convert into 2 into 32. That's it. My error is gone. Right?
Okay.
Now what happens? It is going to return a string which is going to be converted into 32.
Converted into.
The target data type is also into 32. So it will be stored into this. Next.
Okay.
Ask user to enter second number. Console dot write line. Please enter second number. Again, he will enter second number. Second number is again into 32.
Into 32.
Again, it has to be
convert.
converted. Console dot read line.
Read line.
Right? Done. We asked user to enter first number, read that, placed it into this location. Ask user to enter second number, we read that and placed it in second number. Now it will add first and second, result will be displayed. Okay. Let's keep a breakpoint here. Let's say live execution process. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now let's run this. Yeah. It's not going away. Okay. See, what is the first number? Till now it is 0. It has created empty location, but doesn't contain any value, right? Same thing with second number, same thing with now we are going to ask user to enter the first number, right? We are at statement. Now it will ask user to enter the first number. Press F11. See, please enter first number. Let's say 12. Now what happened? It read that value placed into first number. See, now you
first number.
Now we are going to ask him to enter second number. 13. Right? First number is 12, second number is 13. Now we are going to perform the calculation. Result is 25. Click on this. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want, you can write this program. Better. So these are just basics, but going forward, we'll be working on more real-time examples. Okay. So my class will be interactive. Okay. I will not be teaching, all kind of things. Okay. I'll be teaching only real-time examples, which will be more useful for you to work with real-time projects.
Okay.
Once you join your project, you should not feel anything like new. Okay.
Yeah.
Feel like, oh, I have done this thing somewhere.
Yeah.
Please write this. I'll give you some examples, some exercises for today.
Okay. Yes, sir. I've taken a picture of it. I'll write it later in the
Okay.
notes.
Now,
Notebook.
see, please start practicing. If you want to become expert in C#, okay, if you want to
Okay.
become a good developer, you should be really very strong at writing the logics. Are you with me? Okay.
Yeah.
So start building your logics right from today. Okay. Now I explained you one program about how to add two numbers. Today you have to
Okay.
practice 3 examples.
Okay.
How to subtract one from another, multiplication,
Okay.
division, quotient, and remainder. Ask user to
Okay.
enter two numbers. They print sum,
Okay.
print difference, print product,
Okay.
then
Okay.
print quotient, print remainder.
Okay.
Okay. So please
Yes,
do
sir.
not ignore anything because I'm here to build you. Okay. I'll help you to
Yeah.
write the programs. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So my target is to make you guys experts in C#. If you do really follow my suggestions, I am sure end of the session you will become expert.
Okay, sir.
Okay. But please do not
Yeah.
ignore it. If I say something, hey, please practice this, write this. Please do follow those.
Okay.
Okay. So
Sure.
you have to
Yes, sir.
start writing the programs right from today.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, guys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, done.
Oh,
So
yeah.
okay, we'll meet tomorrow again.
Okay.
So tomorrow
Yes.
we'll start implementing the actual programming.
Okay, sir. Sir,
Oh,
can you please share this recording in the group?
okay. We'll do that. We'll do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And yesterday's recording as well.
Okay.
Just to
Already.
just as a reference.
Okay, definitely. I'll do that. I'll share it.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, chalo, bye.
No, thank you.